Welcome to today's Daily Hustle, where I show you how to hustle ethically, legally, morally for massive financial success. This is Dave Espino, and I'm excited today to share with you reason number 95 why you want to work from home. Now, this is an ongoing mini-series within the Daily Hustle series where I'm going to give you 100 reasons to work from home, as if one reason isn't enough, right? Today, I want to talk about flexibility of time. This is such an amazing, awesome thing that you get when you work from home. Now, there's the good part about it, then I want to share the potential danger part about it, okay, of having flexibility of time. So let's talk about the good part first. One of the most awesome things you can have, in my opinion, is flexibility of time. It's the ability to do what you want, when you want, to be able to work your own hours, work your own schedule, work according to your body clock, work according to how you want to work. And that is so awesome. It is such a huge blessing of working from home. I love it because I can sleep in if I want, if I worked really late the night before, or I can get up early if I want, or if my body just tells me it's time to wake up and get to work. There's so much more to it though. There's things like being able to just take a break, a mental break, and go off in nature. Like if you live anywhere near nature, it's amazing to just take a mental break and go spend some time, some quiet time, meditating or praying or just being alone in nature. It's pretty awesome. What if you suddenly just feel like going to a bookstore, getting some reading done, or going to the beach or going hiking? I mean, you have that ability, you have that flexibility. Here's another reason I love flexibility of time, and that is I can go and do my errands when everybody else is at work. Okay, that is awesome. Okay, forget about lines, forget about traffic, forget about all those things ordinary mortals have to deal with. We don't have to deal with it because we have total flexibility of time. So one of the productive things you can do is schedule your errands to happen while everybody else is at work and away from the traffic times and away from the busy times. I'm an introvert in general, so I don't like being around a lot of people, at least for a long period of time. Introverts tend to recharge in quietness instead of among people. So for me, it's awesome. Imagine going to a movie theater and you're the only one there watching the movie. It's almost like it's your own personal movie theater, right? It's pretty awesome. So there's all this positive, all these benefits having to do with flexibility of time and being able to work your own hours, do your own thing. Let's look at the danger though. The danger of it is that if you don't have the discipline necessary to do what you know you need to do in order to move your business forward or in order to keep your business going, flexibility of time can be very dangerous for you, okay? Now, let me tell you how I know this. When I first started out in life, when I was in my early 20s, I used to work for the city of Los Angeles in their Bureau of Engineering. And right after I left that, I got into my own business, but I did not have the discipline necessary to work my own business. In fact, it was brutal. I didn't know how to schedule my time. I didn't know how to work the right way. I didn't have the right mindset for success. In other words, in terms of getting things going the right way and scheduling things out and that kind of thing. So as a result, I had some very bad habits. I used flexibility of time in the wrong way. I basically just lived life the way I wanted to, and very, very soon I was broke. I was making no money. My wife was supporting us, and that wasn't a good deal, and it was just horrible. Why? Because I didn't have the habits and the discipline necessary to deal with flexibility of time. When you give a kid ice cream and you give them too much ice cream, there's going to be some consequences to that, right? Because the kid doesn't know when to stop or how much they should eat or how little they should eat. Well, that's kind of what happens with somebody who doesn't have discipline and have the right habits in place to use flexibility of time wisely, okay? So, flexibility of time is amazing. It's awesome as long as you know how to use it wisely, as long as you know how to have the right habits, the right discipline to keep yourself going and do what you need to do when you need to do it. Another thing about flexibility of time is the difference in scheduling that you can do. For example, one Sunday, I was busy recording these Daily Hustle videos. I usually record them about a week in advance. and I was recording a bunch of them, and this was after church, so my day kind of got shortened. I usually record these on Saturday, and I had to do my editing and my posting and my scheduling of the videos, and it ended up going all the way up until about 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. or midnight when I finally finished doing all that work. Okay. Now, I love doing this show because it's my mission. It's my passion to help people be successful in their own home-based business, their own online business. So I'm not complaining about that at all. Let me tell you the cool thing about flexibility of time. The next day was Monday, and I was tired. It was mentally tiring to get the show done and get a bunch of episodes done, up, scheduled, type all the descriptions out, all the titles and all that stuff. It was mentally tiring to do that in such a short period of time. I didn't have as much time that weekend. So the next day I slept in. I slept in till about 11, and you might think, well, wow, you sleep in, you're not going to be as productive the next day. No, I was extremely productive because I gave myself the right amount of rest that my body needed to be able to start up. And sure, I started after I ate breakfast. I started maybe about noon or 1 o'clock, but then I went up until about 7 or 8 p.m. I worked a full day on that Monday, and I still was able to get some good rest the next day. So that's what I'm talking about with flexibility of time. One of the great benefits is you can mold and tweak your schedule to fit everything that's happening in your life instead of having your job dictate what else you get to do in your life. So now you get to dictate what you get to do and then work your work around that. That is awesome. That's a huge blessing. That's called flexibility of time. That's reason number 95 to work from home. I'll see you on another Daily Hustle.